Hello and welcome to my first ever video on YouTube. I am Oliver James and I am giving you the reviews of the opening day of the Barclays Premier League. So first, as it was, started off with Aston Villa taking on West Ham United, and Aston Villa came out victorious as they won 3-0. Goals from Stuart Downing, Stephen Petrov and James Milner sealed the victory, and that could have been James Milner's last game for Aston Villa and his last goal. To be fair, I thought the game could have been a lot better than it was for both teams, mostly Aston Villa though, West Ham and Villa, but West Ham mostly they were wasting opportunities and it just wasn't their day. The second match came from Blackburn Rovers against Everton. A Tim Howard blunder allowed Blackburn striker Couch to score his first ever goal of the season for Blackburn in only the 14th minute, and then they managed to hold on even though Everton were just pressing them. Good defending, and Blackburn just held on just to snatch the 3 points. The third match came from Bolton and Fulham. That was a boring stalemate, 0-0. Despite Mark Hughes putting in a new goalkeeper of Robbie Stockdale in goal, he did superb. Same with the Bolton goalkeeper Jussi Jääskeläinen. They were unbeatable in the goal. The fourth match came from Stamford Bridge. It was Chelsea playing West Brom. Chelsea hammered them 6-0. Malouda scored 2, Didier Drogba scored a hat-trick, and Frank Lampard, he scored 2 goals. One, sorry. To be honest, I thought West Brom played absolutely appalling. The goalkeepers were appalling, the defence were bad. Chelsea were just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If they keep on playing like this, I reckon they will win the title again, even though they are not predicted to win it. It's Manchester United who are. Moving on to the fifth game, Sunderland are playing Birmingham, and it ended 2-2. Darren Bent scored a penalty after a harsh penalty was given against Birmingham when it seemed that Carr had fouled the player inside the box, when the replay had shown that Carr had fouled the player outside the box. And then Carr scored an own goal, heading it over his own goalkeeper and into the back of the net. And then it was an 11th minute comeback for the two Birmingham defenders, Scott Dan and Liam Ridgewell, to save Birmingham. And Lee Cattermole got a sending off 2 yellows, but he should have been straight red carded for a elbow at Birmingham City defender Roger Johnson. Tottenham Hotspur took on Manchester City in a boring 0-0 lunchtime kickoff. But the only person that stood out in the whole game was Manchester City goalkeeper Joe Hart. He was just simply unbeatable. He was superb, saving them left, right and centre. Tottenham couldn't get past him. And moving on to Wigan Athletic taking on Blackpool. Blackpool hammered them 4-0. Gary Taylor-Fletcher and scored 1, Marlon Harewood scored 2, and Alex Baptiste crossing the ball into the back of the net. Didn't mean to score that, by the way. And Wolverhampton Wanderers played Stoke City. Wolves won 2-1. They scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. To score, Jones scoring in the 37th minute and Fletcher in the 39th. And then Andy Fye in the 55th minute scored for Fulham, but they just couldn't, scored for Stoke, and they just couldn't get a goal back. Now moving on to the most anticipated game of the whole opening day. Liverpool Arsenal. It ended 1-1. It was quite an appalling match, to be honest. Joe Cole got sent off on his Liverpool debut on the stroke of half-time for a bad lunge at Koscielny. Can't pronounce his name, sorry. Then David Ngog put Liverpool 1-0 ahead with a stunning strike. Then in the 92nd minute, Pepe Reina's blunder allowed Arsenal to equalise after Reina scored the own goal, and Koscielny got himself a second yellow card and sent off. Then the final match came from Old Trafford. Manchester United took on Newcastle. Man United won 3-0. Dimitri Berbatov, Darren Fletcher and Ryan Giggs scored. Ryan Giggs, that made him scoring in every Premier League season since 1991. I'm sure it's that. That's 19 years now. How marvellous. And Berbatov, I think, is going to be on form. So that was my review. If you want me to review on anything else like Championship or anything else in football-wise, or like the WWE or anything, you just comment, and if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe that button. So, to be honest, if I have to give this whole opening day Premier League rating, I would give it a 7 to 7.5. The only disappointing things were the 2 goalless draws, which I had very much high expectation on the Tottenham Manchester City game, but that was appalling. And refereeing decisions, which I thought was poor. And the only interesting things which got the score up there was Chelsea winning 6-0, and Blackpool winning 4-0, and of course other things as well. So I'm Oliver James, and this is my first video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.